Joe Biden's campaign and prominent Democratic officials have pledged to intensify their efforts to win over voters, particularly in light of the unrest in the Middle East, following a surprising protest vote in Michigan against Biden's support for Israel. According to Edison Research, approximately 13.5% of Michigan Democrats voted for Uncommitted in the primary, a result influenced by activists who had been advocating for this outcome for several weeks. The uncommitted votes, which exceeded 61,000 with about half of the total counted, far surpassed expectations. Voter turnout for the Democratic primary was also high, with around 1 million voters participating, and approximately 81% of those votes were in favor of Biden. But before we go to the good stuff, please use some time to like this video and hit the subscribe button. As the results were being tallied, a senior campaign official stated that Biden's campaign would continue to make their case to both uncommitted voters and the broader Michigan constituency. The official emphasized that President Biden would persist in his efforts to promote peace in the Middle East. Biden's unwavering support for Israel during its lengthy conflict with Hamas, which resulted in significant damage to Gaza, has generated anger and organized opposition among progressive Democrats and Arab Americans, with Michigan serving as a focal point for these sentiments. Those expressing dissatisfaction with Biden's stance on the Israel-Gaza conflict urged him to advocate for a permanent ceasefire in Gaza. They also encouraged sympathetic Democrats to vote uncommitted in the primary as a signal that Biden risked losing their support in the general election scheduled for November. In the 2012 Democratic primary in Michigan, approximately 20,000 uncommitted votes were cast when a Democratic president was up for re-election. Biden won Michigan in the 2020 election by a narrow margin of less than 3%. However, recent polls suggest that Donald Trump, a likely Republican candidate, currently holds an advantage in a head-to-head matchup. Michigan Democratic officials expressed their commitment to making additional efforts to win over voters. Lieutenant Governor Garland Gilchrist too stated that the general election campaign was commencing and emphasized that they were not afraid of people participating in democracy or expressing their views in good faith. Biden's Michigan campaign manager, Mike Frassalone, informed party organizers that their focus would shift to the general election campaign in the state, involving activities such as door-knocking, phone banking, and the establishment of multiple offices throughout Michigan. Frassalone expressed confidence that when voters compared President Biden's record to that of Donald Trump, they would choose Biden. He also mentioned that Biden would present his case in the State of the Union address on March 7. Both Biden, 81, and former President Trump, 77, face concerns regarding their low overall approval ratings and questions about their age. Trump recently received a court order to pay approximately $450 million for fraudulent manipulation of his net worth, and he is also facing 4 unrelated criminal prosecutions. In the Michigan primary, about 35% of Republicans supported former South Carolina Governor Nikki Haley, indicating a potential weakness for Trump, as some of Haley's supporters have expressed their unwillingness to back Trump in the general election. The Israel-Gaza conflict remains far from a permanent resolution, with the death toll rising and a significant portion of the population facing famine. If Trump is re-elected, it is expected that he will strongly support Israel and its right-wing leader, Benjamin Netanyahu. A Reuters Ipsos poll published on Tuesday revealed that extremism is the top concern for American voters leading up to the 2024 election, surpassing the economy and immigration. The majority of respondents believe that Biden was better equipped to address this issue. In a statement on Tuesday evening, Biden highlighted the differences between himself and Trump on issues such as abortion, healthcare, and the economy, but did not mention Gaza or the Middle East conflict. Listen to Michigan, one of the groups involved in the Uncommitted campaign, stated that their delegation plans to hold the Democratic nominee accountable to their community's anti-war agenda during the Democratic National Convention in Chicago. Thank you for watching. Before you go, please leave your thoughts in the comments section, subscribe, and stay tuned for more updates.